got the middle. He's responsible for that third. And we got a corner down here. He's responsible for that third. So with this corner being over right here, more than likely, this is a safety up top. It's playing third, and then the corner down bottom playing the third, okay? So then what do we have underneath? Hook curl. Maybe we got curl flat down bottom, hook curl, and then this guy up here will probably give us a curl to flat up top.
Come on.
Okay? It just all depends on who we're playing, how we want to play it that week, but we got to know where we are so we can have our zones covered, okay? So on this play, you're going to see exactly the route that I talked about, and I was going through the install where you have a guy come to the flat. I think Kittle went to the flat. Let me draw it up correctly. I think you're going to have Kittle come to the flat. Then you're going to have this guy run the 7. And then you're going to have this guy going vertical, okay? And what are they trying to do? They're trying to get whoever this curl flat defender is to bite up on this flat route so they can hit this 7 cut behind them, okay? So let's take a look at it. So now let's look, okay? We got third here, third here, third here. You wonder why all those guys are coming over here? There are no threats up here. There's no reason for these guys to be over there. There's nothing going on, so we can push our coverage over here, okay? We got our curl flat out here. We got a hook curl, curl flat up top. Maybe one of these guys are doing something wrong. Maybe one of these supposed to be going, and we got our curl flat defender up here, okay? I don't know exactly what they had going on underneath, but I know curl flat, probably curl flat up here, hook curl, he probably was supposed to go, okay? But let's look at this technique down here by Jalen Ramsey, okay? Remember I said this curl flat defender, he has to play this kind of like a cover 2 corner. He's in the same scenario right now. He got a guy in front, he got a guy behind him. If he bites up on this guy, the quarterback is looking, guess where he's gonna throw it? He's gonna throw it out here, okay? He's gonna throw it out there to the deep route. Jalen does a great job of widening. Let's take a look at it. He does a great job of pushing through to get this guy taken care of if he wanted to go to the flat, open his hip up. So now, if he throw it to this one, Jalen can just run underneath and catch it. If he don't throw it, he put his foot in the ground and he come back downhill to make that play. But Jimmy tries to force it in. Jalen comes back, makes a great play. Makes a great play for the DBs, okay? Great play. Let's look at it from the back side. Take a look at it from the back. You can see they're all communicating. Everybody's communicating. Things are going on, okay? Things are going on. Like I said, I think this guy was supposed to come in and blitz right here or come off this edge to give us a 4-man rush. But nevertheless, we make the play. Watch the quarterback. He's looking, right? He's hitting his back foot. His eyes are going. He's looking at this guy the entire time, okay? He's looking at that guy the entire time. He see he's behind this guy. Jalen pushed through good enough so that it cleared up a little vision for this quarterback to think this guy is open. And next thing you know, he tried to put that ball in there. And Jalen comes back and makes a great athletic play, okay? Makes a great athletic play. And then we're always trying to get to the house. Still form anybody who come. We don't play no games here as DBs. Let's take a look at it in full action. Get Jalen over to where he needs to be. He comes over. He's playing the curl flat. He pushes through. Play it high to low. He tried to throw it to the high. We get an interception right there. That's a big time play from a big time corner. That's a big time play from a big time corner. So as you guys can see, cover 3. Simple, right? It's a zone coverage. We don't have to run with motion. If we run with motion, per your scheme, you just have to understand, am I the curl flat defender? Am I the hook curl defender? Am I a deep thirds defender? What defender am I, okay? And we can get the job done. Our curl flat defenders, if it was against a run, you're the contained guys on the outside. Same run fits as man-to-man coverage, okay? It can look exactly like cover 3. I mean, it can look exactly like cover 1. And a lot of teams do that. That's why they'll motion with a guy, run with a guy, just so they make it look like cover 1, because they know it can look the same thing, but it's cover 3. And we can confuse the quarterback. We can get our run fits, confuse the quarterback, hit our zone, hit our landmarks, and make plays on the ball. So those 3 good plays from 3 good corners. We saw a great play by Sherm. We saw a great play by Joe Hayden, and a great play by Jalen Ramsey, okay? So that's the film review of cover 3. Take a look at it. Look back at the whiteboard. Put it all together. You should have a better idea of how to play cover 3 and have a better understanding of cover 3. We'll go into some more detailed stuff a little later on, but that's just the basics of cover 3. Until next time, you're in the DB room, man. Peace. What's up, guys? We're back in the DB room with another film review. Today we're talking cover 4. I told you guys, one of my favorite coverages. I love it. There's so much to go into it. Let's jump right into it because I got a bunch of plays that I want to go over. Let's go. All right, let's take a look at this first play right here. We got the Arizona Cardinals versus Seattle Seahawks. I got a lot of Arizona stuff because I know the DB coach there. I know they run a lot of quarters, so it was easy to find some quarters plays. But I put a couple different ones too from some other plays that I knew were quarters, okay? So let's take a look at this one. Talk about run fits, okay? We don't talk that much about run fits because we want interceptions. But at the end of the day, we got to be able to play the run. So let's talk about it. In quarters, I talked about how you can have too high look, right? We got a too high look. This looks exactly like too high coverage, right? Cover 2, cover 4 looks like one of those things, okay? So when you look at the box, look at this count right here. They got these guys way out wide, right? Way out wide. I told you guys, when they want to run the ball, they're going to widen those guys out because they don't want to bring extra defenders to the party. So they got this guy wide, these guys are wide, so they're not worried about those guys on the run game. You look inside, they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys in their box, okay? They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys to block, plus they got a running back, so that makes 6, okay? So that right there are gonna give them numbers to run the ball, okay? So these safeties right here got to come into play when it's time to make a play on this run game, okay? So let's take a look at this play right here. Watch my safeties. Boom, right now, my safeties are coming downhill to enter into the run game, okay? They're coming downhill because you can see they got a hat for a hat up front. These safeties have to come into play to help get this guy down, okay? They have to do it. Let's take a look at it. Boom, come up, make a good tackle, okay? Let's look at it from the backside. All right, so you're gonna see all these guys are blocked, okay? He's coming around, he's blocked, he's blocked, he's blocked. He's coming around to get up on him, looks like, okay? So you can see the safety's gonna have to fit right in here, okay? And the thing about the safeties, you know you got your buddy coming from this side over here, okay? So you guys are basically trying to keep that running back in the chute, okay? Here and here, okay? So if you miss him, you wanna shoot him to his outside leg so that if you do miss him, at least he got to come back inside and your buddy is coming to help you out, okay? So safety comes up, makes a good tackle on the outside. Hey, we get that guy down, we line up, we play again. Let's take a look at it. The full play, boom. Great job, great run fist. That's what it looks like, okay? Now, let's take a look at some pass stuff, okay? Let's look at some pass stuff. We got the Jets versus the Lions back in 2014. Our first year with Terrell Austin and his cover 4 scheme. Terrell Austin is more of a zone cover 4 scheme. So let's take a look at how this right here plays out, okay? So we get motion over. Okay, so up top, we wasn't playing our box concept up top. We played more of a cover 2 concept up top in the quarters this time. But let's look down here at the bottom is where we want to focus, okay? We got 2 wide receivers right here. We got our slot, and we got our X right here. And then we got 2 DBs, okay? So this guy right here is responsible for number 2. He's responsible for number 1. When you get 2 guys in close proximity like that, though, you can play what you call a zone it, where you kind of pass it off, right? Because a lot of times when they know you're in quarters, they try to give you things like this to make you go against some of your rules. They give you double post. We'll look at some of these routes later on, but you kind of work together, okay? So generally, the corner, like I said, he's over the top of number 1, okay? Safety has number 2, and if number 2 doesn't go vertical, he's basically inside of number 1 to help the corner out, okay? So let's look at this play. You see right now, number 2 blocks, okay? Number 2 blocks, he's already going shallow, so he's canceled out. So you're gonna see the safety right here. He is now responsible for any breaking routes by number 1. Why? Because this guy is gonna widen with number 2 and open up that hole right there, right? And we said that the corner does not have any inside breaking routes, okay? So when this guy blocks, this safety know right now, I don't have number 2 vertical. I am now the inside defender on number 1, okay? So let the play run. Boom. Safety drive that dig right here. Safety drives. This corner did a great job of replacing over the top, okay? He replaced, okay? That's what it's about quarters. You're working together. Your guy go in, the safety drives, you have to replace over the top, okay? That is what you do. Corner right here, Darius Slay did a good job replacing over the top, and boom, he gets rewarded with a nice interception, okay? Safety did a great job of driving the inside breaking route, and the corner did a great job of replacing, okay? Let's take a look at that full play, okay? You see him come over, 2 blocks, safety drives, corner replaces, boom, interception for the good guys, okay? Interception for the good guys. Now let's take a look at what it looked like when you don't do it right, okay? Let's take a look at what it looked like when you don't do it right. We got the Jets here, same game, Jets versus the Lions. Now the Jets are on defense, okay? The Jets are on defense, they're playing quarters. We got our tight end down here, okay? He's in the grave digger. So we already said that when those guys are in the grave digger, we don't expect them to go deep. Doesn't mean that they can't, but you're not really expecting them to go vertical, okay? So we got a receiver down here at the bottom. These 2 guys right here are in quarters. So their reads, he's going 2 to 1, and he is over the top of number 1 full time, okay? Over the top of number 1. We talked about in the last clip. Somebody go inside, and the safety or somebody has to drive it. Boom, your job is to replace over the top, okay? So let's take a look. 2 blocks, so 2 is already shallow, right? 2 shallow, this guy is over the top of number 2, okay? So now, same way, this safety right here is responsible for the inside of this route, okay? This corner's job is to get over the top like we seen in the previous clip with Darius Slay. Safety does a good job of staying here. I would like for his shoulder to be a little square, but it doesn't really matter. He does a good job of having his eyes in just in case the quarterback wants to throw this ball. He can go and make a play on it, but our corner does not replace, okay? Corner does not replace. He gets lazy. He started looking, and this is what happened when you don't replace. Double move, and now it's touchdown, okay? Touchdown. Let's take a look at that full play. Comes up, inside, double move, don't get over the top. Now you have a touchdown, okay? Now you have a touchdown. All right, let's take a look at this clip. We got the Arizona Cardinals again, and now we're gonna look at this. Offense is in a bunch formation, okay? They're in a bunch formation. So when you're playing quarters and they get in a bunch, depending on what system that you're in, you play what you call a box, okay? You got their 3 and you got your 4. You got your guy that's going to the flat. You got your other guy that's low inside. You got your corner that's high outside. And you got your safety that's high inside, creating a box, okay? So it's